Hey y'all, and welcome to Watch Cheryl Scrap for our March regular monthly session. Today is Thursday, March 3rd, and I'm going to be starting off my scrapping adventure tonight. I'm going to be scrapping a picture of a clean kitchen. Sometimes that happens, right? And I am participating in Calvinball again this year. I've been doing it since 2016. I don't talk a lot about it at the lily pad, but if you're friends with me on Facebook, Instagram, etc., then you know it's where you try to make as many layouts as you possibly can, and there are rules, so you get certain points for putting certain things on your pages. So yeah, so right now we have like, you can scrap about a birthday and you get a point. If you stamp on the page, you get a point. If you use washi tape, you get a point. So, yeah.
I like it. That's kind of a succinct way of saying what it is. I just think of it as a crazy funny time when they make up rules all the time and you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah. All right. So the pictures that I'm starting out with is this lovely little note I got that says Happy Clean Kitchen Day. And there's
Happy
the clean kitchen
day. I love it.
We had gone to bed and it was a disaster. I do not have pictures of the disaster. I don't believe I do. Yeah, because the date before that is the, yeah, I don't even have pictures on the 17th. So, yeah, so let me get to editing these photos.
Edit, edit, edit.
All right. And then I think I'm going to go with the portrait one. I like, what do you think?
I think it depends on what else you do on your page.
Yeah, I don't need to show a map. No. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the portrait.
All right.
I mean, there's no photo selected. Is there a gremlin in my computer tonight? What is happening? Okay, there we go.
Yes, there is. It's been hiding out and it just popped forward and is like, what do you want me to do now? I will steal this. Ha ha ha.
Ha 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 ha. Okay.
I love it.
Love it. Love it. So I will export these little happies.
So I have actually been scrapping. Have I told you that? Like I did lily pads. You know, I did our 31 days of challenges.
Yeah.
And then I went on and I did the layout a day challenge at Scrap Happy. And then I've been in such like a habit that I just keep scrapping a page a day right now.
It's so nice when you get in the mood, the mode, whatever we want to say.
I want to kind of say habit. I know people use that as like a not positive word.
Right.
But I think it is a positive word for this. Like I have the habit of sitting down, pulling out pictures, pulling out Photoshop, and scrapping.
Yeah.
And so because I have that habit, like I legitimately will sit there and be like, well, I should go sit down and scrap my page. I haven't scrapped a page today. And so I'm just like, okay, why don't I just go do that? Because I should, you know? And it's become this thing now where it's just like a habit, and it's a good habit. Like we talk about exercise as a habit. Why can't I have a good habit of scrapping?
Right.
You know?
Okay, well, that was a lot of moving around there. Lord have mercy.
I was like, sorry, my cord was twisted. I had to spin around to undo it. I didn't know you guys would hear that.
No, that was me moving the thing back and forth. The photo should go to here. No, it should go half an inch there. All right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to close Lightroom because I don't know. I don't need any extra things running.
There you go.
I restarted my computer before. Maybe that's what's causing this issue.
So Lisa slowed down scrapping as she gets ready for renovations, and Renee hasn't scrapped in a month. That's okay. I mean, unless you've been wanting to scrap and haven't scrapped. Okay, I totally used this paper earlier, and can I tell you that those lines are spaced perfectly to journal on? Just saying. Oh, Renee's not trusting her computer. Oh, you're still waiting for your friend to fix your memory, right?
That stinks.
No, Cass. If you modify in Lightroom, it doesn't permanent change to the photo. It saves. It's almost like it saves what you did on top of it. So then, yeah. So if you were to go to your folder where it is, it's not going to look the same as it does in Lightroom unless you do other changes to make it change over. But as far as I know, I don't even know if that's possible. Because Lightroom's a non-destructive editor, and that's why.
Yeah.
Oh, the power supply. Oh, that's such a pain in the butt. So, yeah, I get that. My son has been begging us like daily that he wants a new computer for his birthday. He's like, this stupid one won't do. I'm like, okay, to be fair, he's still using a laptop that we bought in 2014, I think we decided.
Yeah.
It actually might have been 13. It might have been the fall of 2000. No, it was the fall of 2013.
And you're like,
yeah, it's still limping along and it'll do the basics, but yeah, it doesn't like to do his more stuff.
yes,
It doesn't want to do a lot of graphic heavy stuff. Like it'll run some of them okay, but other ones it's like, yeah, that's a little lot for me, even with the memory upgrade and stuff. And I'm just like, yeah, that's okay.
So fresh, so clean.
I love it.
So fresh, so clean.
Is there a black bar on the left side of the screen or is it your computer? I'm thinking it might be your computer. I don't see a black bar. Anybody else see a black bar?
I don't, but I'm not looking at it.
Does that say chewing gum hard drive? Cass says, who wants a new one with chewing gum hard drive and no DVD drive? You know what's sad is my kid has only, like, he knows what discs are because we've used them around the house. But yeah, he doesn't really use discs, so he doesn't really get that. So it is kind of weird. Like my computer has a disk drive. His computer has one. They just don't use it. All right, see you in a minute, Kim. She's going to try logging off and logging back in.
Gotcha.
Oh, seems to be the size of gum. Gotcha. That's actually kind of a positive, I think, that they make them smaller now and faster and they don't rattle as much, so they don't go bad as fast. You're using Design by Soco's kit, right?
Yes.
I'm like, I scrapped with that. I should know.
Yes, I am spring cleaning.
That paper is perfect for journaling on the white lines and having the green lines be behind it, and it looks really cool. Ask me how I know.
Because it's funny that we picked the same exact one.
It is. It is kind of funny because we didn't plan that at all.
Well, look at this. Surprise. Best surprise.
I used that word too.
Oh my gosh.
But I love that it says surprise on it because that's awesome for your picture. It works so well.
That is just crazy. Because I hadn't looked in here.
Yeah. So Lisa, I could upgrade some of the things on his laptop and it would still run fine. But I mean, it'll still run Photoshop. It's just kind of sad about it. But he just, yeah, it has a hard time when he's trying to, like, I could up the RAM. I just haven't decided that it's worth it for him because he is still going to outgrow it. But when he's trying to run Zoom and his games is when it starts to struggle. Yeah. When it's just his games, it's fine. But it's when he's trying to run like 2 different games plus Zoom on the background that it kind of struggles. And because of its age, it only has the lower Wi-Fi. The 2.4, not the 5. Does that, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm like, you have your router sends out 2 Wi-Fi signals. There's the lower one and the higher one, and it's old enough. And at the time we bought it, we didn't have a lot of money, so we didn't spend a ton on it. We bought as much as we could at the moment, but it doesn't have the higher Wi-Fi. So, but yeah, I'm actually really impressed it's lasted this long with no major issues. It still works. Yeah. And I think for me, it shows that honestly, like we spent a little more than we wanted to, but not a lot, obviously. And I think it shows in how well it's still working. But, oh goodness. So Lisa said she moved a bunch of boxes today to get ready to move her bed. And she's like, I don't know how many CDs I have, but they take up about 15 feet.
Oh.
That's, wow. 180 inches, if that works better.
Who said that?
Lisa. Elestipe or Elstipe.
That's a lot.
So are they music CDs? Are they all sorts of CDs? Are they backup CDs? What are they? We have some CDs. We actually have some tapes. You know, those things that came after 8 tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah. The audio LCP.
Yes.
I thought I fixed it after. Sorry, Lisa. Audio CDs. Yeah, we have a couple of those left. We don't have a ton anymore though. But
yeah, we moved all of those onto Amazon Music. Everything's digital, and I think we got rid of them all.
See, we moved a lot of them. We moved them all digital, but we kept some of the ones that like either really hard to get, like they're kind of, because my husband has some that he listens to that are really unique. So he kept a couple of those just in case, but then he just got rid of them all. Like we got rid of so many. But my mother-in-law brought out some along with the cassette tapes. So we have cassette tapes again. We have a bunch of CDs again. Because we had gotten rid of them. I think we seriously had maybe 7 CDs. Like one of them is a recording of when I went and saw Phantom of the Opera when I was 12, which we've talked about before in school. Like I bought the CD and so I still have that and I kept that. And then one is like, there's a couple that are my husband's that are like really hard to find. And you can't find them digitally anywhere. So we keep it as like a backup. But yeah. Honestly, Lisa, it took forever. I just literally stuck each one in the disk drive, copied it over to, at the time I did all ours onto Google Music. So copied it over onto that and then let it go and then did the next one. And I would just set it up to copy while I was doing other things near the computer. And I just set a timer for like 10 minutes or whatever it took, 15 minutes, come over, switch it out, do the next one and just, go wipe down the dishes, come back and switch it out, go do this, come back and switch it out. It was a time intensive. Renee has quite a few audio CDs because her previous vehicle had a CD player, but no Sirius XM. It does not sound fun. Honestly, it wasn't, but I will say it's been worth it because now we can access them all on our phones and stuff. So that makes it really easy. Cheryl says she has way too many CDs, but she finally got rid of her cassettes. She still has her vinyl LPs and 45s. We actually have a whole stack of vinyl LPs, and we actually bought some for Christmas. Everybody got a record for Christmas with music that they like. So I understand that, but we have a record player, so I'm kind of like, yeah, might as well.
Yep, I got the record player. I love it. Love it. Well, there's one thing I don't like about it, and that's how frequently you have to get up and change
the record. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, this does not go with my laziness. So.
Yeah, a lot of the LPs we have are ones that, most of the ones we have are ones my mother-in-law brought, which are from the 50s and 40s and 60s. And Kath says she still has reel tapes, 5-inch floppy and 3 1/4 inch. You know what? I've gotten rid of those because I don't have anything that'll read them. I still have a DVD drive, and I still have a card reader on my computer because we built my computer. And that was one of the things I told my brother I wanted on it when we built it. I was like, I want it to have these things. So my computer will read real discs. But Cheryl says she needs to get a record player. Her son blew out the speakers on her stereo system back in the 90s. The one we bought actually plays, it's kind of cool. It plays tapes, the radio, record players, CDs, and it also has Bluetooth feature. So you can play through your phone. So like you can play pretty much anything but 8 tracks on it.
Well, mine does. It's just a record player, and then it has Bluetooth speakers. So then I can listen to what, my Spotify playlist or whatever's on our Amazon Music.
Yeah.
Which is nice. Alrighty. Let's see. Are you still there?
I'm still there. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I kept hearing that noise. I was like, I don't know what that is.
It might be because I turned to look over my shoulder to see how my hockey game is going.
No, you're fine. I was just
I
like,
put it on behind me so I wouldn't get as distracted like I normally do. You know what, Renee? I think that's it. It's the it is Victrola. I know that, and I don't remember because they have a 7-in-1 and an 8-in-1, and it's probably the 8-in-1, but I can't remember 100% if it's the 7-in-1 or the 8-in-1. But yeah, that's what we have. I went with Victrola because I know that they're a well-known record playing brand. Lisa says she has speakers in her garage. She's not sure she'll hook it up, but she has the option. They might have a 6-in-1. I'm not sure. We had to buy it off Amazon because nobody locally sold any record players that looked like they would actually, work.
Yeah.
Is that
okay? There's my camera. And I need some polka dots. So we'll throw that in there.
Did you add washi?
Yes, it's right there underneath the sparkling clean.
Yep, I see it now.
So right now I have, I'll date it. I do need to do something vellum. I'll do that in a second.
Now, do you get to count 1 point for each green item or just 1 point for green?
1 point for green. But
so you could really make it work if you put a ton of foliage on there.
Yeah, so like if you have a star, that's one of the rules, and there's also green on the list. If you have a star that's green, you can count green and the star. But let's see. I'm not going to use a cut file on this. I have
so
stamping.
The challenge site, it's hosted at Scrap Happy, and it's called Calvinball, and it's a free challenge that they do.
Tropical florals and leaves. Okay, let's see if I got any tropical florals.
But it's all for fun. There is
no prizes.
Just bragging rights.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna pop up here for a second.
Oh, Cass wishes she had a storage room like Sheldon with all those old collections on display. That would be cool. That would definitely be fun. I think it's interesting how record players are coming back,
Okay, I need something gold.
There is gold paint. Oh gosh, actually now I can't think of where it is because I used it today. I used gold paint.
I mean, I could go hunting for it on my in my supplies, but I wanted to see if I could do everything BYOC.
Oh, you know what?
Is.
The gold paint I used was from BYOC of November 2021.
Yeah.
Kidding.
I found a gold button.
There you go.
Here. That's so pretty too. I'll just tuck you right there. All right, I'm not going to use a hedgehog.
Or an avocado.
Let me see if
So what is everybody scrapping now that you don't have those challenges to do every day?
Right.
Lisa got rid of some of her vinyl when they moved. They had 15 feet and they reduced it to about 5. You know, we got rid of some of the vinyl that my mother-in-law had because some of it was just things people aren't going to listen to. Like she had a pastor sermon on a record player. And I was like, I don't think any of us are going to listen to that anymore. Thanks though. And then some of them had cracked and stuff. So we had to get rid of those because they just weren't good anymore. But
okay, I'm going to call this one done.
I like it.
I think I'm going to move this here though. And I'm going to drag.
Yep. MBK Artsy has a yellow ruler. It's not really gold. It's more yellowy. Are you going to put that where you're going to journal?
Yes.
I like it. Oh man, Renee says when she cleaned out the basement, she had to get rid of some of the 78 albums that were so brittle, they fell apart when she picked them up.
Aww.
That's crazy.
I don't think I'm going to use those journal lines though, because I don't think I'm going to have enough room. Okay, let me save this. Well, that was fun.
That was quick.
All right.
She found a 45 when she packed up to move. It was Devo.
Okay, now, let me open up Lightroom again. And then I also need...
Look how quick she is scrapping tonight.
I'm on it. I think I'm going to grab my freebie for this month and scrap with it because it's so cute. It's so cute.
The one that's at the lily pad forum? Or the one that's somewhere else?
It's for my monthly website template challenge. I do post it under the designers challenges, but it's not for a template challenge. Make any sense?
Yeah, that's actually what I was saying, but I just didn't use the right words that you used. Your words were much better. You've got all the words tonight, Cheryl, and I've got none of the words tonight.
Okay, just let me save this. Okay.
That's above my pay grade, Kim.
Okay, I'm trying to think.
She said since a couple designers left, will Lilypad be getting some new ones? That's above my pay grade.
Yeah, it's above mine. I have no info on that.
Nope, no info, no info, no info.
Of course, we always like having to add people to our team. But we'll see what happens. Okay, I think this was maybe Dad's birthday last year. No, it wasn't that. I think it was Father's Day.
Well, shoot, Kim says.
There we go. Okay.
Well, shoot, sorry.
We'll see if we can do something with these photos. Check them out. This is what it looks like when you're inside here. I mean, it's bars. Yes, so some places have, it's a pretty cool little pub, and they have dollar bills on the ceiling, like millions.
Like real ones?
Yep. you write on the dollar bill and they'll staple it to the roof. It's throughout the whole building. It's like sprawling, crazy.
This is very funky.
You know? So it's insured for quite a bit of money.
Oh, I imagine.
But there's that's the shepherd's pie. What did I get? I think I got the French
Looks like
dip.
a sandwich. French dip, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then they have the moose that you kiss the moose, but we didn't want to kiss it.
You kiss the moose. Yeah, that just sounds like.
Oh, and look at my sister with these little boots.
Aw, those boots are so cute.
Yes. And we got a lot of rain that weekend.
Aw.
Oh, and I made this little card for my dad. He's so cute. I just had a paper pack and it had gold foiling in it, and then I just cut out some of the other ones. And
that's gold and green if you use it, right?
Yes.
Just, trying to help you out.
Right. So then,
You'll have to scrap that page.
And then on the inside, I took just a little journal card and I cut a slit in it, and then we stuck in his little card.
Aww.
So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the outside picture there, and I'm going to use the inside picture of all three of us at the table. So let's see. I think that one's the best. Okay. Let's see if I can do something with this photo that's beyond crazy. If not, I will.
Don't you hate it when sometimes it's like Lightroom decides to take the colors and like over bright it?
Yes.
And you're like, no, the brightness was fine. Don't do that.
Yeah. Okay, no, we're not doing that. We're going here. We're going to use one of my favorite presets, but we're going to lighten it up quite a bit. Down the highlights. Add some darkness.
Have you used the auto select subject yet?
No.
Oh, it works really well. If you mask, because you could mask yourself and brighten just yourself so you don't wash out Anna's face.
Yeah, so here you just select subject.
So select subject, give it a second to think usually.
Okay, it's detecting. It's detecting. Detecting.
It's detecting.
One moment.
So then you can go up to the top, right underneath where the layer is. There's a subtract button. And you can subtract them out.
So
use the brush.
Just click on them. The brush. Okay.
Yeah. Use the brush, and then you can just subtract them out. Uncolor them. Yeah. Uncolor them.
Why aren't you coming off?
Yeah. Why aren't you coming off?
It's like it's crazy. Crazy.
And then the menu under her hand is selected a little bit too.
Yeah, and I don't want that.
Yeah, and then now you can try lightening just yourself a little bit so that they don't get so over bright.
All right, so now I'm gonna exposure me. And I'm gonna unshadow me. Ha!
There you go.
Ah, you're delightful, Courtney. A delightful friend.
You're welcome. Yeah, that new the new select subject and select sky works really well. Like I should have do select sky just for fun. Just show them. Go back to where you were and you can select sky instead of So give it a second to think. It detects the sky. It should do pretty good on this one because you've got a good sky. And then you can change just the sky. Look how perfect it pulls up the sky.
And it lets me do anything.
Yeah.
Because that's what it looked like.
Yeah.
It wasn't all white like that.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is fabulous.
And it's so good at it. Like normally it takes forever to sit there and like try and select the sky without picking everything else out. And it's like, look, boom.
Okay, this is fabulous.
Bethany says she's impressed. Megan needs Lightroom. Cheryl says cool. Lisa says, I guess I need to let Lightroom update. Okay,
Right, so
now I will say this. The one thing my Lightroom's doing, which is a known bug and is ticking me off, and you may not have this problem because you're Mac, not Windows, is it won't save my keywords the same way and make them autocomplete like it used to. But it's a known bug and they're supposedly fixing it. But in the meantime, it's annoying. So it saves them, so they're there, but it won't save them in that autocomplete spot, if that makes sense.
All right, so I'm going to use these two photos. Export, export. It's time for you to come out of hiding.
If Sara were to go back to this McGuire's Irish Pub, in her folder where her photos actually kept, it would still have that super white sky.
Yes,
it wouldn't show that change.
Okay, so here's the where is the original? This is the original. This is the darker one. Hang on, let me pull this over.
Autocomplete. It's keyword. Keyword. Not keyboard.
So you can't really see the clouds very well on this one. But this one, ooh, dark and ominous, which is what it was that day. And then, come on, move out of the way, please. Okay, so now, since I'm going to be scrapping these photos, I'll mark them with my little purple mark. But if I decided that I did not want, if I wanted to do other things to this photo, I still can, because I have developed adjustments on here. I can reset the entire photo. I can go back previous, or I can run different filters. But I digress. We shall move along. I'm going to back up right now, and I need that one, and I need the black and white one.
Do you have a list of preferred filters? Ooh, good question, Bethany.
I like that particular black and white filter. For some reason, it's my jam. And it's, oh my gosh. Let me open up Lightroom again. I closed it too quick.
Is it Lightroom's, like Adobe's, or is it one you've gotten elsewhere?
It's one I've gotten elsewhere, so I need to figure out what the name is to tell y'all. Because it may still be available. Okay. It is called Film Sims Volume 1 Lightroom Presets.
SIMMS?
Just SIMS.
SIMS.
Volume 1 Lightroom Presets. And my favorite is the, I guess you say Rollei, ROLLEI, Ortho 25. That's the one I like. Black and white conversions with.
So for personal use, it's a $15 set, and for commercial, it's $18, depending on what you want to do with it.
Yep. So I have lots of other. I mean, this is doing the high key.
Okay. So one of the advertisements they have on for him, it takes like a good normal photo and makes it look like it's an old photo that was taken, on film. And I'm like, I try and do the opposite. I try and make my film photos look like they were taken more recently.
Yeah.
I need the opposite of that one. Don't make it look noisier and crap. Make it look nicer.
Right. I need something different. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna pull.
Like the game. I was like, what do you mean like the game? Sims like the game. Gotcha. Yep.
You're like, I'm tracking.
I'm tracking now. I wasn't a minute ago. Just remember, it's an hour later for me.
I want to do that.
Well, yeah. Like it's sometime for me. I don't even remember.
Okay.
Yeah, when I discovered Lightroom does that select subject and that select sky so easy, because I played with it the day that they announced it. I was like, oh no, this really works
Oh, this
really
is
well.
fabulous.
This is awesome.
Yes, I'm quite delighted. Okay. I'm gonna pull that up so I get as much as I can of it.
And this is where I would just take the template and make the photo spot bigger.
You would you?
I would. And this is why Cheryl goes, you always have to ruin my templates.
Right. Why are you doing that?
Because I like big photos and I cannot lie.
I'm like, why is that doing that? Okay. All right. So I wanted to use this template because ForeverJoy Designs has this fabulous little set of words for March, like St. Patty's Day. Oh, where are you?
Little Joys of March. Is that what you're looking for, or are you looking for something else?
No, it's just how it's sorting it, and there it is. Sorry. It's how it's sorting it in AC/DC right now.
You upgraded your AC/DC, right?
I did.
Okay. You went from 18 to
2022.
2022.
And I
Do you
did
have
the
Pro version.
I have the AC/DC Photo Studio Ultimate. I don't think that's Pro. It was like a package, and I got a thing, a screen recorder and a video editor. Yeah, so it was like all in one. And to upgrade, it was less than $35, I think. So let's see here. How cute is this? Eat, drink, and be Irish.
So
We'll
they've set
a
new feature, but I think it's only in the Pro.
Okay.
Where you can have it, you know how AC/DC writes metadata, right?
Right.
You can have it actually store it in the, what is it called? The IPCC, whatever, insert letters here that everything carries with it.
Right.
But it looks like the Ultimate has more features than Professional, so you should have that feature. So you can go in and tell it to save them all to the other thing so that it stays with it. So like you could actually find any of your keywords in Windows too, and not just through AC/DC.
Okay, I'll have to check this out.
So I'm like, if it wasn't too expensive, I've been considering upgrading just for that feature. Is that sad? It's so rare that I do just for that feature, but I'm like, that's a feature that's kind of worth doing to me, I think.
Yes.
Yes.
Yours. Yes.
So I'm kind of like, maybe I do.
Okay, I think I'm gonna grab. That's so cute.
And to answer your question, Kath, no, ForeverJoy has not been featured yet. I just double checked the calendar to see when she is featured, as I was like, I don't think so, but let me double check.
Let me double check.
Ooh, can I give them a hint, or will I get in trouble for that?
Oh, you can give them a hint.
ForeverJoy and Fiddle-Dee-Dee both start with the same letter and share a date.
You wicked girl.
You can cut it out of the replay.
Oh no, it's staying in there. Everyone will know.
They'll be watching. They'll be like, Sharon, what?
What? What is she talking about?
What is she talking about?
What is she talking about?
You know what, Bethany? I actually did see it somewhere. I don't know if it still is or if it has been pulled down. But yes, it was out there at one point. The full calendar with everybody's day on it. I don't know if you saw that, Cheryl.
Oh,
I don't know if
I
it was
know. I
supposed to be
share
out
it in
there.
I share it in every newsletter.
Oh,
Some
do
people
you?
just don't read and look at my newsletter.
Or maybe they're trying to figure out where they saw it and didn't realize that's where they
Yeah.
seen it.
So in addition to being in my newsletter, it's also on my blog because my newsletter content goes on my blog.
Renee
So
goes,
if you went to my blog, you could then see the entire calendar. Just do not be a party pooper and say for other people who don't know.
yep.
Don't.
And as a reminder, here is Cheryl's blog, so you can go get this cool free template that she has on there.
Yes.
You know, the template challenge that she's got right now using the template she's using. That's a link straight to her blog.
Straight there.
Bethany says she's sure that's where she saw it. And Renee says the full calendar has been in several different newsletters.
Yes. Like what?
Was this supposed to be a super secret? Maybe not.
Apparently not. This polka dots. It is.
Polka dots. Don't forget to add gold.
Don't want.
Okay, so don't add gold.
No, I don't mind adding gold.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I think I'm gonna have to. I think I'm gonna have to use it somewhere else. That's too much for me tonight. For some reason, I'm wanting a little less.
Going back to our earlier conversations.
Yes.
So do you like the video capture or editor that AC/DC has?
I do. I like it because it's like super quick, but I still keep going back to my same old video editing program, and it is just a Windows. It's so simple and easy. I think that's why I like it.
I can see that.
Okay, let's see here. This is what I need to do. I need to add this solid paper in here. And then I need, oh, that's big dots. Maybe I want those instead in the background.
Oh, the big dots are cute.
Let's see. Yeah, that's cute. Yes.
Which kit are you getting the dots out of and stuff?
This is a place for everything paper pack from Bella Gypsy, and then they have a extra paper pack, a bonus.
Extra. Read all
bonus
about
papers.
it.
Yes. Ooh, they even have this one too. Really
I was like,
big.
I know the ForeverJoy doesn't have papers, so wait, hold on, you're using papers.
Yeah. Now
my brain is tired.
Now I'm moving along to other kits that I'm going to be stealing things from.
Renee says the Lily Pad newsletter has had the full calendar as well.
It's like, well, it's not really a huge secret. I mean, you know. Apparently not.
Apparently it's less of a secret than I thought it was.
You're like, this was supposed to be a secret.
Do you know what, though? I kept my secret, which was that I had coupons to give away on my day, and Kath won one of them.
Oh, that's nice.
I shouldn't say my day, on a Leafs day.
Yeah. I need to pick another winner this week.
Ooh, winner, chicken dinner.
I've given out 2 coupons, so.
unlike
Okay,
the mystery of
now.
MOC. Yeah, MOC we don't tell. We keep MOC really close to the
Yes,
mouth, to
that's
the hips, to the lips. I don't know.
the hips, the
The
lips,
heart, close to the
something,
heart.
something. Okay. You are
Yes.
cracking me up tonight.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so my dang hockey team is on their West Coast tour. This sounds so lame, but it's me. So they're on their West Coast tour, which means all of their games haven't started until like 10 or 10:30 my time. And
Yeah,
a hockey game is about 2 hours, 2.5 hours long, depending on how many fights there are, how much stoppage there is, how
right.
long it takes them to get through the dang national anthem, you know, things like that. And so you're just like, okay, so I've been up way too late, way too many days in this last week. And so it's like, yeah.
You're like, no.
Well, and then so I don't even know why I was a little later to bed last night, but I didn't get to bed before midnight last night either. And then, I have to get my kid up and ready to go to school. And some days I can take a nap, but I didn't take a nap today. So it's
So
just been one of those days.
it's all conspiring against you now.
Oh, it's not, and I'm fine. It means that my brain is like half gone by 9:30 at night. Or sorry, 9:50 at night. So BYOC, it's a color theme, but it's also, there's a mood board that they give them, the designers create. And that's where it comes from. That's why you'll see some themes go through some of the different kits. And then some people take the kits and they kind of pick one of the pictures and do it. I don't know if you remember when we do the BYOC challenge at NSD and DSD, but they'll give you an example of what the mood boards are. And that gives you an example of what they use. Does that answer that question for you, Kath? Oh, perfect. So yes, that's one of the reasons why BYOC can be so fun, because the colors will go together and that jazz, but the themes of it might be a little off because each designer does still take theirs. Bethany, why don't you submit an Asian mood board then for DSD or INSD?
Yep.
Start getting it together so you can submit like 3 different ones. I will say this, if you're playing that game, we have had some absolutely amazing boards submitted. We had this fabulous Halloween one submitted that we all really, really loved, but it was submitted for the, what is it, the March or April BYOC or May, whatever it is. And I was like, we really love this board, but it really doesn't fit that time of year at all. So you usually can submit up to 3. And I would just, and maybe your board came in close and you just don't know it. You never know how the voting goes. But I would just, keep in mind the time of year that particular one will be coming out. So we've had some fabulous spring ones posted for the one that comes out in October too. And that's always a little like, oh, that's fabulous, but that's like a really not right time. Okay. Allison released some basic stitches and I'm totally in love with them, just so you know.
She's fabulous.
Yeah, they're like straight stitches. Like when I was trying to do that MOC challenge with the stitch stuff down, it took me a while to figure out I had any straight stitches. But she's just really did 9 different colors of stitches and the tails are separate so you can add them wherever you want. And she also has a slightly messier version for those of us like me who can't draw a straight line with a ruler. And probably couldn't sew a straight line if they were paid to. But anyway, yeah, totally come up with a great board. I recommend looking at some of the ones that have won before to get a feel, because sometimes what we'll get is just colors. And when it's just colors, it's hard for the designers to go off of that. Or we'll get ones that are just like one really beautiful picture, but that's not much for the designers to go off of for the BYOC. That's fair statements, right, Cheryl?
Yeah.
So
I'd say yes.
But yeah, if you look at some of the previous winners, because the previous winner always gets posted in those threads, and you can get a feel for maybe what boards should have to feel complete and stuff. So, but yeah, I totally recommend that. We are all over the place tonight.
Right?
BYOC, Lightroom, AC/DC.
That. Nope. Don't like that.
Lisa kept her grandson today and he woke up early from his nap. She just finished her lunch, decided she should close her eyes and rest, and she started to hear the little wake up noises.
Oh, yeah. That's always just when you're a mom and seriously sleep deprived, that's like soul destroying. You're like, God, I just want to sleep, please. Let me sleep.
Bethany's suggesting gold paper on the metal part, perhaps, of your horseshoes, I'm assuming.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, I was looking at pictures because I've been trying to do some time in Lightroom, getting all my pictures keyworded so I can find them. And I've been working, like I worked forward from the first few years I had a digital camera because there's only a couple hundred photos. And then I've also been keeping up since I started this project. So I'm finally getting to the point where they're going to start meeting. But I was doing 2012 and my kid was just a toddler, and there's so many pictures that like of me, or you can tell I was sleeping on the couch while he was sitting there watching TV at 7:30 in the morning.
Yes.
Like that child was so early. So luckily my husband, sweet dear that he is, had an early morning job, so he'd get up with him, get him kind of settled with breakfast, and then come get me right before he left the house and be like, okay, honey, tag, you're it.
It's your turn now. And you're like,
Yeah.
please don't go. Please don't go.
Yeah. I've tried the people option with Lightroom, and my issue is, number one, I have a whole lot of photos, and I have photos that are like my siblings' photos that I'm also the photo keeper for, and it finds people that I really don't care about, if that makes sense. So like
Yes.
it had found all these pictures that belonged to, it wasn't even like a friend of the family, it was literally some random child who was in choir with my sister. So it went and found like every photo that was in choir with this person. And then also we had some pictures of like a field day or something, like some other things that we'd done at the school, and this kid happened to be in a couple of them. So it found like all of these things from there. And I'm like, I don't care about this kid. Meanwhile, it hadn't found like any of my husband or me. And I'm like, could you like maybe notice that certain faces show up more often?
Yeah.
Could we look for the faces that show up? So I manually do it. I haven't used the people thing for that. After I tried it once, I was like, I haven't gone back and tried it. Lisa says it was finding pictures of people from Facebook screenshots. That's awesome too.
No.
Okay, I keep looking over at your page, and I'll look over right as you're adding like a new color to change things out and try it out. And so I'll look over and I'm like, she just changed the whole background to blue. What happened to it?
What is happening?
It was pretty colors a minute ago. Now it's all green.
Let's see if I want a little.
I like that green too. It's a nice deep dark green.
Yeah, I wanted it to kind of start pulling in those, and then I want to add it onto some of these.
Is that the Bella Gypsy solid too, or is it something else?
It's Spring Skies paper from Kim Jensen.
Okay. I'm like, we don't have anybody named Spring Skies.
Spring Skies, who is that?
That's a new designer I hadn't heard of. That would actually be a really cool designer name or band name.
Spring Skies.
I've had Facebook do that, Lisa. I've had Facebook say, like, try and find pictures of siblings and try and make them all match together. I have no idea what you're talking about, Bethany.
What?
Oh, apparently Lynn Grieveson is moving to O Scraps.
No. She is also selling at O Scraps.
Bethany, no giving us heart attacks.
Yes. No.
You're fired.
It's just like, no, she's not leaving. She's not leaving us.
It's like, what? I didn't see this.
I mean, honestly, I just can't take much more. I just,
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's getting all... And I was like looking for her newsletter going, what's going on? She hasn't sent out a newsletter yet.
yes, it's an addition.
Okay. Apparently on Facebook she said moving too. Yeah, that's not nice. Oh, but if you read the first statement, it says bringing my designs to O Scraps as well as to the lily pad. So, as well as.
In addition to.
Yes.
Yeah, because I'm like, I can't.
Thinking, and I was like, what? No, and no, and no.
And no a third time. Yes, let us say all the no's. I like my little family, and it's it's sad. It's sad when they leave.
It is.
Because they're like, you know, they become like good friends and and
they have.
Yeah. But, you know, sometimes change is good.
Oh, that's fun. Sorry. They're doing a new collection called a mixed media collection. It'll be at O Scraps. Rachel Jeffries and Lynn.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Apparently Rachel Jeffries will be selling at O Scraps too. Lynn spilled the news.
Yes, she will be.
Bethany's putting herself in a corner.
No, there's no need to do that.
No, you're fine. Cass said she thought ones need to be exclusive at TLP. No.
It's a new change.
Okay.
Yeah. You can have a store on your own website, but it's a new change that we have the option to sell at another site or Etsy or what's the other one? I'm thinking of Design Cuts. So
okay. I was like, because I know a designer who's been at 2 stores for a while, and I guess she doesn't technically sell at the other one, but she still releases stuff.
oh, like I don't know who this is.
You know what? I'll be honest, Lisa. I love our family at TLP, and I love posting at TLP for that reason. And I feel like I really get to know people. And I know part of that is because I put time and effort into the gallery there and stuff, so that's nice. But I'll admit this too. I really love how easy our gallery is to post in. And I am not putting down any other site, and it's fine. And it's just sometimes I'm like, oh, it's so easy to post in the lily pad because I don't have to do like 2 confirmation screens or 3 confirmation screens. And yeah, I'm like, I am not putting any other site down. I gracefully embrace every site that we have out there because we need digital scrapbookers and designers and sites. But I really do love how easy it is to post on our site. And you can comment back. Like I commented on somebody's page at a different site, and they ended up like private messaging me because they're like, yeah, you won't get a tag or anything if I comment back to you on the layout. So this is, and I was like, oh, I totally didn't even realize that. And that's slightly annoying. So I was like, oh, okay then.
You're like, what?
So I was like, yeah. So I just have to say that it is easy to navigate when looking at layouts too. I agree. I'm glad you guys love it. It honestly, it makes my heart happy because we do try so
Yeah.
hard to
I
make
mean,
it work.
I'm a template designer, but I'm a scrapbooker. I don't just design, and I like my friends, my little scrappy friends, and yeah, I like TLP. It's like a home, it's like a little safe place.
It really is. It is why it's sad when designers leave. I agree. I agree.
Oh, that's fabulous
That's fabulous.
right there. I'm gonna put those little gems in the little holes. See how cute is that?
Oh, Kath, I wish inflation hadn't hit anywhere, but I
Yeah,
haven't noticed it in the stores yet.
yeah. I don't know that anything. I haven't gone on up in any prices, and haven't since
Probably way too
2011.
long.
Way too long. It's been
Yeah.
way too
I
long,
mean,
actually.
come on, Cheryl, for your time that you put in. I've noticed it at the grocery store, Lisa. Let me rephrase that. I haven't noticed it in the scrapbooking stores. Kath had mentioned that. And
Yeah.
I hadn't noticed it in the scrapbooking stores. You're right. I should specify. Because, yeah, milk has been up and all sorts of crap has been up at the grocery store. That's why I was going
Yeah.
to say, Cheryl, I'm kind of surprised you haven't raised your prices at all since 2011.
Well,
I get
yeah,
it.
it's a hard decision to make. But I like
get
to, I don't know. I like sales. I like being able to afford, having fun, and I don't
Yeah,
want to take that away from anyone.
I agree. I think
But
it's very
if
kind of you.
I think if I did do anything, it would be, very minimal. Maybe like 25 cents or 50 cents or something per pack.
49 cents. I've seen those commercials. Bethany says, we love you, Cheryl.
Oh, I love you guys too.
Yeah.
Oh, we're over time. Oh my gosh. I've been sitting here yapping, and I'm sorry. I was so determined to get this finished.
Freaking $1.25 stores. Bethany brought up the dollar stores that are no longer dollar stores.
Right?
They need to change their name. False advertising.
Yeah, you're not dollar anymore.
Bethany's, no, I knew it was that the dollar store had changed. You're not the bearer of bad news. You're the bearer of good news. We totally didn't know that she was going to have this other cool collection available.
Bethany apparently has a throne on the bad luck truck.
Yeah.
She's like, but the bad news truck.
Okay, it depends on how big a gift bag you are buying, Kim. Because I did find some cute little gift bags at Walmart because I happened to be there the other day, and they were 75 cents. And then the ones that are like paper bag size were 40 cents. So that's cheaper than the $1.25 that the Dollar Tree charges. Yeah, they had a whole section. And they were colored paper bag ones. So 2 for $1.25. Yeah. It's still where I typically buy poster board and stuff from. There's a lot of things I buy at Dollar Tree, but we happened to look for a gift bag because we were already there and didn't want to make another stop. And lo and behold, they had some, they had the sandwich bag, like the lunch type buns for 49 cents. 49 cents, I think it was, or 39 cents, one of the two. I think 49. Yeah. And then they had some for 75 that had more patterny papers on them. So I was like, oh, that's cool. I always find good prices on gift bags at Ross Dress for Less. Okay, it's weird when you go in those stores and you find the randomest things. I
Right.
bought some face wipes for really good price at not Ross. What's the other one called?
TJ Maxx.
Yes, TJ Maxx. Yeah, TJ Maxx. Technically I haven't been to a Marshalls, even though I know they're all the same company. But yeah, TJ Maxx had face wipes for like $1.50, and it was like a decent sized pack that are normally like $4 or $5. I was like, why do you have these here? I've also bought some really good pans at TJ Maxx and Home Goods because they sell them separate. They're usually really good.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to finish off camera,
Alrighty.
but it's almost done. I'm
It
just
is.
gonna do my journaling. But yeah,
I
I'm
like
glad to have y'all hang out with me tonight, and I will see y'all for our regular session next month, which is that'd be the 7th of April.
The 7th of April.
7th of April, unless I decide to do
Pop-up one.
live, yeah, pop up, and then I'll try to, give y'all a few hours notice,
Sounds
if
good.
not longer. All right, guys, thanks so much. I'm going to turn
Bye,
off
everybody.
this recording.
Thanks for